Marvel collection is looking really big. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Talking Head Mitchell, Ryan Darcy over here. Today I'm about to go see Black Panther in theaters. Unfortunately, it is April. The movie came out in February, I think. I'm a little bit behind. Especially the fact that Avengers Infinity War is literally a week or two away. It's like, I am excited to see Black Panther. Um, but for the most part, the only reason I'm so excited to see Black Panther is because it's literally the movie before Avengers Infinity War. Like, that was the thing with when Captain America, the first Avengers, came out. I was like, I am kind of excited to see this character, but most of it I'm just excited because I literally know the very next movie is the Avengers, where they're all combined and working together or feuding with one another. So it's like, this is kind of the same effect for Black Panther because I'm like, um, once again, there's been a lot of characters that I'm totally unfamiliar with or didn't really know existed as much. Um, that goes with Black Panther and Doctor Strange. Like, I think Ant Man and like these are superheroes who are like I might have seen the image of before, but it's like, do I really know anything about them? Not really. And it's because of these movies being adapted from the comic books and whatnot in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is that I've actually learned about these characters and whatnot. So Black Panther, once again, uh, all I know is what was shown in Civil War and all that. So now it's going to be very interesting to delve into his side of the world of Marvel Cinematic Universe, because apparently we're going to be seeing a side of it that we haven't really seen. Sort of the same way Doctor Strange showed a side that we haven't seen before. It should be interesting. I'm seeing it for the first time with my mom. My mom hasn't seen it, and my mom's finally all caught up, so that's the reason why now I'm seeing Black Panther instead of seeing it in the first 2 weeks in IMAX 3D like I kind of wanted to see it. But now I'm just seeing it in regular because there's no IMAX, and it's like 3D would be nice, but it's like I figure with Avengers Infinity War around the corner and various other movies, it would be kind of nice seeing a Marvel movie not in 3D. Last time I seen a Marvel movie that's not in 3D would have to be, it was Doctor Strange. Now that I remember it, I wanted to see Doctor Strange in 3D because of the really crazy, trippy special effects. But this sort of reminds me the good old days of Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2 and seeing a Marvel movie not in 3D and, a little small theater. Just go back to the experience of. I still can't believe the Marvel Cinematic Universe is 10 years old. I remember when seeing Iron Man the first time and all that, and then getting to that end credit scene, and it's just. It's like I would love to recapture that feeling, not knowing and all that, and it's like the I remember when Iron Man came out and it's like the end credit sequence, like, oh, I'm so excited to go see a movie where it's like the Avengers, and just the idea of it, and then it took several years, but then when we got the Avengers movie, it was amazing and all that. Just even though it was simple, but it's just done. It's what we wanted to see, and it paid off. Avengers 2 worked out almost like most sequels in general, where it's still a decent sequel, but, it was trying to do too much, and it had too much pressure, the first one, and all that. And then, well, Civil War was kind of Avengers 2.5, if we're being honest here. But Avengers Infinity War is right around the corner, and it's like, this is it. This is the final big boss fight. It's coming up. And it's like, what are we going to do? I don't know. Anyways, as you can see, I've talked so much about Black Panther. And that's sort of going to be the problem, is like, Like, I'm still super excited. I mean, you got a really great cast, and I'm just super excited. Anyways, time to watch Black Panther. It's just all I want to talk about is Avengers: Infinity War. That's literally like two free weeks away, and it's like I should have saw Black Panther, a couple months earlier, so that way I'm not just talking about Avengers. Well, that was great. Not really a wow movie. I mean, most of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, well, all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe the last year or so, and nothing's really been sort of like the wow factor. But Black Panther holds its own. Starting off by story wise, I thought was actually pretty good. It was really entertaining, enjoyable, and the way everything was set up, I just thought it was. I thought it was good. I thought it was good, and it was interesting enough design, aesthetic, and everything, location wise, and all that, and the story and the way the villain comes into play and all that, and what he does and all that. It just all is done really, really well. But once again, it's nothing spectacular, just overall, because at this point, most of us is superhero out. Most of us is like, I mean, it's not a total, oh, I'm sick and tired of superhero films, but there's just so many and all that. It's like, as we were leaving the theater, there was concession stands people talking, or not concession stand, janitors who were going to clean up the theater after us and get ready the theater for the next showing. And right after the end credit scene finished, they began to get to work, but they were talking and they were like, oh yeah, I wasn't really, there's just so much in this universe, and it's like, it's so hard to keep track, and there's just so much to it, and it's like, where do you begin, where do you end, blah blah blah, and it's like, that's Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think I'll save the Marvel Cinematic Universe talk for, actually, do I even need to talk about it? Like, what hasn't already been said? First of all, you got a really great cast, and they all did a great job of the movie. Action scenes were fun, in the sense that they were well done, well executed. Couple little moments where it's like, there was one or two little moments during the action scenes or whatever where something, not silly, but like just a little bit to it, but for the most part, it's pretty well done. Music, I thought it was very interesting, sort of mix of styles and whatnot, but for the most part, it goes back and forth between sort of like a chanting, like almost like Lion King. It reminded me of Lion King, sort of vocals, and then and then for the most part, there's those beats moments where the drums, and it sounds like a hip hop rap, R&B electronic type beat to it, and I thought that's a very interesting choice, especially for a soundtrack. Yeah, I really quite liked it. It's the best Marvel movie I've seen since. See, the problem is when comparing Marvel movies now, it's like I look at it now as which ones brought something different, something new, or whatever. And Black Panther, that one, and all the Marvel movies that were released last year, this is the one that definitely stands out the most. You got Michael B. Jordan, you got Forrest Whitaker, the guy that was in Get Out, and the guy that was in Jackie Robinson 42. Daniel Kaluuya. Apologize if I'm butchering your name. Chadwick Boseman. The cast did a great job. The movie was great. Then also you got Martin Freeman and Andy Serkis. also did a great job. But I was just surprised story wise that it was building up to it in the sense that a little bit like here's the thing, we already know who's going in entering the Avengers movie, the fourth or third one. I meant we know who's gonna live just in general up until that movie, and all that. What we don't know Marvel Cinematic Universe wise is the side characters. What's gonna happen to uh, Agent Coulson? What's gonna happen to the Claw guy? What's gonna happen to Martin Freeman's character and all that? And it's like we don't know where they're gonna go. Once again, I've only seen the first 2.5 seasons of Agent of Shield, so I don't know anything else other than that up to that point, TV series wise. Um, but like the side characters are the characters I find are the ones where I'm like, oh, I hope they don't die. I hope they survive or whatnot. I'd like to see them hatch other plans if they're a villain or stuff like that. And seeing Andy Serkis' character get killed off that was pretty surprising. I was like, ah, is this how it ends? Damn. Would have been nice seeing him as like sort of a main villain, but then again, it's the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's like, he did technically last longer than like Red Skull or any other of the villain of the week type villains. Not really complaining because Andy Serkis, he did a really great job all the way up to the end of his character. And Martin Freeman, I actually thought they were gonna kill off, and they actually didn't. I know Black Panther is gonna be in Avengers going into it, so it's like I kind of knew he was gonna survive no matter what happens to him in this movie. The question is like, is he all gonna be there? Maybe he'll lose an eye. Like, well, I can't say that without spoiling other Marvel Cinematic Universe films, but yeah, just sticking to Black Panther. Black Panther was a great movie, and I enjoyed it. I really liked, just even though once again it's one of those CGI sort of backgrounds and all that, but it's CGI done right for the most part. But I will say I really liked the top of that hill that they fought in the final Vandal. Like I was like, this is a really, it's just really pleasing to the eye to have such a big battle or whatever. Well, it's not really a big battle, but it was still a battle nonetheless. But it's like on that hill, I just liked it. It looked nice. And I thought there was a lot of interesting, places and whatnot in the Wakanda and all that. It was nice, inventive, and some very interesting design choices, which I thought really sort of paid off. It definitely helped, you know. It made this film stand out a lot more compared to the other Marvel Cinematic Universe films. I'm glad that Marvel didn't advertise Infinity War in front of Black Panther. Because, well, spoilers, duh. I also just want to add, I really liked how the end credit scene was, like, very tame. Like, it hypes, but it's like a little bit of hype for going into Infinity War. But it's not like the end of Captain America: The First Avengers, where they show an entire trailer for the Avengers. So I'm kind of happy there, and I can't wait for 3 weeks for the beginning of the end for the Avengers, or the Avengers as we know it. I want to know what you thought of Black Panther. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. I want you to have a nice day or night or whatever time you watch this. Have a nice whatever. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it.